This year, summer has been quiet and slow. Last summer was exciting and electric, so the contrast has been lovely and I've been relishing in these moments of stillness. I have a big year coming up. I'll be releasing more music than I ever have in my entire life, so I feel this quiet time has come at the perfect time for me to catch my breath before life ramps up. Every year, for the last 3 years, I've created this ritual where I write out my intentions for the year ahead. I've found this to be a powerful practice. It's exciting to reflect on the year that's passed and realize what has come into fruition. I prefer to set intentions rather than goals. I find it allows me to dream bigger, admittedly something I'm still working on, and I've also realized that in life you just can't place a time limit on some things. Sometimes when we set goals, we can become disappointed when we don't reach them within the time frame we've set for ourselves. We may feel like a failure, but what if we just weren't ready? What if the failure is actually a necessary part of the process for us to become the person we need to be in order to have what we desire? We can't give up just because things didn't work out on our timeline. I'm not saying we shouldn't have any goals. In fact, I believe we should always be aiming towards something to give ourselves a sense of purpose, and short-term goals are certainly useful, like going for a walk each evening or finishing off that project you've intended to for a while now. But what about those big dreams? Like moving to a new country, or meeting the love of your life, or playing to a stadium full of thousands of people. I know that one's pretty niche. I don't think we can put a time limit on these dreams, and if we do, I believe we are more likely to give up prematurely, because a lot of the time these things seem to happen spontaneously, almost like magic. Perhaps this is just what I tell myself to keep going, though I truly do believe that life tends to pan out in the way you least expect it, and when we allow it to, sometimes if we're lucky, the most beautiful, unexpected things can happen. Okay. I have some vocal recording to do, a little setup here with my interface, and I'm just gonna sit on the end of my bed with the microphone because it is way too noisy to record in the office, because you have a bus going by every 2 seconds and people outside. So I'm gonna do my best with this and this, and then after I do this, I am gonna go to the beach and read a book and go for a swim, because it's really hot and I'm tired. I come on here and complain and like bring the bad vibes, but you know, I'm just being real. I find it really hard to pretend to be something I'm not. So anyway, let's do some recording. You know. I don't know why, but lately I'm finding it hard to do music. Like, it's just really hard to get myself in front of my laptop. It's really hard to get myself at my guitar. I think it's because I've been craving silence, and obviously music is a noisy thing to do. Anyway, Let's do this. Hello. 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 Let's do it. I'm just like not vibing anything right now. What is wrong with me? Okay. I see the shadows of fears that you can't confide. The words you deny. That you set aside. Okay, I finished my recording and I'm very proud of myself for doing that because I was just not in the mood. I think sometimes I get in my head and I just don't enjoy it, but it turned out okay and I was happy with the takes. So I'm gonna go to the beach now and just chill out for a bit, and then I'm gonna come home and have some dinner, and then I might watch a movie because I watched Call Me By Your Name last night, which I haven't seen in a couple of years, and oh my gosh, it was so inspiring and it helped me come to all these realizations. So I'm in the mood to watch another poetic movie. I may watch Portrait of a Lady on Fire because I love that movie so much. I only watched it a couple months ago, but the themes in those movies tie into the themes in my album. So that's why I'm keen to watch them and get some inspiration. If I don't do that, I'll probably just read. At the moment, I am reading a couple books, but my fiction book I'm reading currently is leaning towards infinity, which is by an Australian author, and I'm really enjoying it. One of my patients at work gave it to me. She's so sweet. She's also a little bookworm like me, and we share books. I love it. It's cute. There. We're gonna go now. Bye. Oh my god. I have found my summer routine. My new routine is finish work, have dinner, go for a swim, and watch this. This is insane! Oh my gosh. My dear friend, I have finally gotten around to writing this letter. You know how life does that thing it always does? It keeps happening and seems to get in the way of things. I must admit, I've been waiting for the perfect time to write this, though there never will be, so here I am. It's a beautiful sunny day in Manly today. I've just arrived home from a morning walk to my favourite coffee shop in Calcal. I sat there for a couple of hours reading Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire. I've never read the whole Harry Potter series, so I decided to kick off the year with the novels, and boy, are they gripping. Do you read much? If so, I'd love to hear what you're currently reading. I fell in love with the classics last year. Anna Karenina, Great Expectations, Crime and Punishment, so Harry Potter has been a leisurely break. Anyway, I suppose I should update you on what's been happening. Boy, there's been a lot. It is Sunday evening and I am trying to get myself into that car does not sound good. I am making an effort this week to get myself into more of a wind down, relaxing evening routine because I tend to be really hyped up and excited about things all the time, and it tends to make me quite tired because I feel like I never give myself space to breathe. So I'm going to do a paint by numbers tonight, which I'm really excited about. The only thing is I can't really see the numbers, so this will be fun. Anyway, I did something before that I don't normally do, and oh my gosh, I'm having this moment of awakening. I decided to doom scroll on TikTok for a good maybe 15-20 minutes. Normally if I do, I'm in quite a peaceful algorithm on TikTok. Like my feed is normally nature or poetry, things that I feel still nourish my brain and soul. But I was engaging with some more comedy content when I was scrolling today, and it was like videos of girls sending guys voice memos on Hinge and just acting really wild, and it was so funny. So then I got into this new algorithm, and after I got off my phone, I felt so stressed. And I realized that I just absorbed all of that energy. I have moments where I realize how much this stuff affects me, like when I take a break for a few weeks or whatever from social media. I feel like I'm very aware of the fact that it tends to make me feel stressed and anxious. But tonight was a real moment of awakening because I was feeling fine before that. I went to the beach, I was feeling so woozy when I left, I was moving so slow, and I had my dinner and I was just feeling really present. And then after I went on TikTok, I felt like I had all these problems, and I think it's because I was just flooded with all of this information that didn't need to be in my mind, and my body was feeling stressed because now I need to process it, and it's processing things that aren't even mine. So I am going to be a lot more conscious of not using TikTok at night, and really just not using TikTok at all unless I'm doing a TikTok live. I just don't think it's natural for us to be bombarded with so much information and so much content all the time. Like, it's really stressful. Anyway, I need to start painting, otherwise it's gonna get dark and I won't be able to see. To be honest with you guys, I am having a major moment of anxiety right now. It's so interesting to observe what comes up when you sit in silence with your thoughts. I have not really done much traveling in my lifetime. I mean, I've traveled a bit around Australia. I did quite a lot as a kid, camping. I did go to Europe as a kid, but that just doesn't really count because I was so young. But for the majority of my 20s, I've been so focused on my career, and it's kept me situated in one place in Sydney at the same job, and I am beginning to go stir crazy. I'm over halfway through my 20s this year, and I have not done any of the traveling I thought I would have done by now. When I was a teenager, I so badly wanted to go to Canada. I haven't done that. I've wanted to travel Europe for such a long time. I was meant to go in 2020, but then the world shut down, so my trip was cancelled, and instead of rebooking it once everything opened up again, I was so focused on my music career because during COVID I took it as an opportunity to just really lock into career, and it's gotten me to where I am now, so I'm grateful, though I'm just at a point where I feel like I'm wasting away my 20s staying in the same city, because I'm such a advocate for getting out and seeing the world, and I've been dreaming of doing it for such a long time. So I think it's time for me to make some moves and make some tough decisions. I want to just live my life and enjoy it for a while. Not that I haven't been enjoying life, but when you're so focused on your career, you're not really, like, you're living it, but you're also not. Just beginning to question what I'm going to do long term, because honestly, I don't see myself touring for years and years and years. Like, I want to do that for a span of time. I want to have my moment visiting different cities and playing shows and meeting you guys. But then I also just want to buy a farm somewhere and live close to nature in a small town, get to know the locals, be involved in a community. Like, that's how I grew up. I grew in a small town and grew up in a small town, and I've been living in a big city for a really long time, and I've always felt like this wasn't right and this wasn't for me, but I stuck it out because I've had, I went to school and then music, and I did live in Melbourne for a little stint, which was, I loved Melbourne so much. But yeah, I feel like I just need to get out of Australia for a while to figure out exactly where I want to go. Just gotta do what you gotta do. That's my thing so far. Anyway, I feel a lot better after talking about that. I was just sitting here stewing in this anxiety of, holy shit, I'm wasting my life away and I need to do something now. I feel like that's majority of your 20s. Take some action tomorrow. Because there's nothing I can do in this moment. But the sense of urgency is a good thing, because it means that I'll make a move and I won't keep wasting away time like I have been. I just need to figure out where my priorities lie and what's most important to me.